I'm gonna give you one freakiest shit that ever happened to me, right? About 20 years back, I live, I used to live in my mom's house, which is in Bedok. At the back is this Bedok North Avenue 4. St. Anthony's Convent is there. Now then there is a park connector, now it's a park connector, but back then there was this huge canal which runs across the road, that avenue, all the way out to the East Coast, right? Now, it was about almost 8:30 at night.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
So my then girlfriend or my wife she was in the car with me, and then I was driving her home. So we were just going a very slow drive. You know, courting couples, take your time, drive, spend more time on the road, talking, right? Then as we drove past, back then, was St. Anthony's there? Yes, they were there already. So we were passing St. Anthony's Convent. There's this road, but now becomes a bridge because there's a canal running underneath it, right? So we looked from the right side, we saw this thing that was just gliding its way from the East Coast side. It's gliding its way, and then we were still driving, it was going slow, and then it came, arrived. We noticed that it because you know parallax error, from far away you thought maybe it's a bat. But bats don't fly like that. Bats, you know, they flitter around. This thing was going like an aircraft. Yeah. And then when it just came right in front of us, we noticed this thing had a sort of an almost human face with a hooked kind of nose, slits for eyes. It was grayish brown, looked kind of short, very tiny short head kind of thing, with huge wingspan, wings that exactly looks like a bat's, right? It had its hands, I think, like that, you know, along the side of his body, but we couldn't really tell the legs because it was quite fleeting, okay? Couldn't tell the tail either. And then the wings went and it flapped and it just whoo. It had a singular purpose. It knew where it was going. It never looked left, never looked right. It just going straight and flying above the canal, just above the canal. I'm talking about maybe 10 feet above the canal, okay? And then when we drove past, we looked left, we went like that, we looked, and we just saw the back of it and the wings, room, and there were all the street lamps there along that canal, because it's like a walkway as well. And we could see the silhouette, the wings going like that, and we were just going down the canal, heading west, out of Bedok, into the PIE there. And then we were starkly silent for a while, you know. Then I asked my wife, "Did you see that? You saw that, right? Tell me you saw that." "I saw that." "The hell was it?" Then when I dropped her off, when she got home, quickly rushed home to go and Google stuff. I rushed home to go and Google stuff. And I tell you, dude, it was a gargoyle. I tell people this story, a lot of them look at me incredulously, like, what the fuck off, dude, fuck off. No, I'm telling you, sumpah. We both saw that shit. I go, what the? Funny enough, years later, I told you we went to Paris, right? And we went to Notre Dame Cathedral. When we were at the entrance of Notre Dame Cathedral, looking up at the big, humongous door they've got, And we look at all the stuff above it. The things that protect the city of Paris. Gargoyles. Then we both looked at the statue of the gargoyles and we went, hang on a sec. We looked at each other. Does it look like exactly like what we saw?
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.